Welcome to RG Podcast, Young Minds. It's me, Adina Aryal, hosting today's program. We have a prominent scientist to share with us about the future of technology regarding artificial intelligence. He's the Dean at School of Engineering, Kathmandu University, Dhulikhel. Let's welcome Professor Dr. Manish Pokharel in our podcast. Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you very much.
To start off, could you please give a short introduction about yourself?
Yes, so I'm Manish Pokharel. I'm at Kathmandu University. So I started Kathmandu University right from the 1995. Now I am the Dean of the School of Engineering. And I did my schooling from Bhaktapur School, which is in Maharajganj. Then I did my ISC, now we call it 10 plus 2, but we used to call the ISC from the Army Science Campus. Then I moved to India for my undergrad. After completing my undergrad in computer science and engineering, I came back to Nepal and I joined Kathmandu University. Then again, I went back to India for my master. Then I did PhD from South Korea. And then right now, I'm still in Kathmandu University.
Okay, so getting into the topic of today, which is mainly artificial intelligence and science and technology. Have you always been interested in science and technology? Like, what were you like when you were in school, like us?
Yeah, when I was in school, because I had no plan. I didn't know what I wanted to be. But I knew and I was told, and even I was convinced science and technology has a magic, right? So I was a little bit inclined to that. That is why, when I was in school, in the 8th standard, we used to select either you take mathematics or some other general subject. So that time I took the mathematics and thinking that mathematics is a backbone of science and technology. But that time I was not aware about whether I'll be a doctor or engineer, nothing much. Yeah.
Okay, so the main question for today. What is artificial intelligence and can we call it a part of science and technology?
Yeah, definitely it's a part of science and technology. And more in confined way, it is a part of science and technology and it's a part of computer science and engineering, right? Or IT, whatever call. So going back to artificial intelligence, it is very simple. It's a simple in the sense we are trying to make a machine like a human being.
Yeah.
Like we have the natural intelligence, right? We do the things naturally. Our brain works naturally. So we are expecting a machine to work like a human being. So if I have to say a little bit more about artificial intelligence, very clearly, it has three types. One we call artificial narrow intelligence. Narrow, so which is very, very specific. Like you make a machine to work for one task. Like if you make a machine to play a chess, that machine will play a chess, but that machine will not play the carrom board.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a narrow. And second one is general intelligence, artificial general intelligence. We call AGI as well. So that is you are making a machines like a human being. Like we can play, like if you are trying to drive a car in Maruti, definitely you can drive Nexon, you can drive the RAV4, right?
Yeah.
So that is a general intelligence. And another one is super intelligence, like the machine working better than human being. So we have the three types of, in general, we have three types of artificial intelligence.
Yeah. So we just talked about all the different types of artificial intelligence. Now, with all these different artificial intelligence, can AI help our parents, doctors, farmers, or leaders, whoever? If it does help, where and how can we use it?
Yes, definitely. AI does not have the confined boundary. It helps not only doctors and our parents, it can help everyone. So there is one philosophy coming of AI for everyone, AI for all, right? So definitely yes, AI for doctors. Let me give the example. Now the AI is making more powerful, helping a doctor to detect the cancer cell, right? And also AI empowered machines are coming up, and the doctors are using that. And even the farmer, we call it smart farming. right? So the artificial intelligence empowered the tools are helping the farmers to grow more and more crops, right? And also like for the water supply, like some if there is a need of the water, so that gives information to the farmer that this part of the land is getting low in water, so that has to be sent to the water. So this is the farmer and even the parents, right? So why the parents? Because if the parents like artificial intelligence now helps the parents to know about their kids, how they work at a school, right? So whether they are attending the class in a regular way or not. So what is their grade, right? And what the children are thinking of. So artificial intelligence are helping all of them.
Okay. Were you ever fascinated by cyborg, science fiction, or alien movies?
Yes, always. Because now you know why I'm very thankful to the fiction movie, because whatever it used to call a fiction, now it has
Yeah.
become the reality,
Yeah.
right? So when I was at my school, like I used to watch Hollywood movie, and that time a little bit science fiction. But now it's coming. That fiction is converting to the reality. So I'm always fascinated by all this type of movies, and now I do love to watch AI, the movie which is related to the AI.
Okay, so we've all heard of a humanoid robot named Sophia, which is also brought to Kathmandu and she spoke in a conference. Now, do we have any other plans of, other similar humanoid robots like Sophia in the world, or are there any plans of making one?
Yes, they are, because last time when the Sophia had come over here, I also had a chance to meet her.
Oh,
So that was held at the Hotel Yakanieti when she
yeah.
spoke, and I was very close to Sophia. Like I was in the second row, right? Sophia was giving a talk, giving a say speaking on the conference. I was in the third row, and that time I got to know like the miracle, like So it was very difficult to differentiate whether it's a machine or the human being.
Yeah.
And yes, people are working about much and more better than Sophia as well. There's some other like robot or that Sophia kind of things are coming up.
Okay, so there are robots which look like human. We've just talked about Sophia.
Mhm.
Now, do all objects using artificial intelligence look like human beings?
No. So this is not all, I know, because what we have to understand, like AI is not only robot.
Yeah.
AI is not only Sophia.
Mm.
Sophia is empowered through the AI. So artificial intelligence, the main objective of artificial intelligence is to empower the human being. We are empowered by the potential of artificial intelligence, right? So like I don't know whether you have heard or not, we call it about chat gpt. Have you heard of chat
Yeah.
gpt, right?
Yeah.
Now chat gpt is helping us, is empowering us, is giving a lot of knowledge, but people have still like they are in confused state saying that no, the chat gpt has to be banned, it has to be it has to be blocked. But my perspective is no. ChatGPT is empowered by artificial intelligence, and it is helping not only teachers, even the student as well. So these are the so not all the objects which is empowered by the artificial intelligence is a robot. But we have the different thing.
Okay, following up that question, do you think that artificial intelligence or robots can ever use the same intelligence as human?
Yeah, it's very tricky
Mm.
because I still do not believe like they work like a human being,
Yeah.
right? So my school of thought is a little different. Let us not compete, or let us not concentrate, or let us not spend our time in making a machine better than human beings.
Yeah.
So let's make a machine that can help us, right? Let us not fight with artificial intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Let's work together, right? Let's work together. Let's be friendly with artificial intelligence, right? Let us, yes, there's another school of thought saying that after couple of decades, or after 20 or 30 years, they have said like now the machine will surpass the human beings,
Yeah.
right? So they are that we call the super intelligence. Because that might happen, but it will take a long time.
Okay, so now let's talk about the future of Nepal in artificial intelligence. Like, artificial intelligence is now getting very popular, and almost we can see it everywhere. Let's say that. And what would it look like when there's more development in the field of artificial intelligence in Nepal and the future of Nepal?
Yes. So our country future depends upon artificial intelligence. I do not hesitate to say, like, artificial intelligence can help our country, can develop our country.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I always say, like, our country is a beautiful country in the world, right? So we are gifted a lot of things from the nature. We have the Himalaya, we have the big rivers, beautiful lakes, very beautiful mountains, valleys, right? But only the thing is, uh, we are not working what is it is expected here.
Yeah.
Like, we have earlier days, like, the Europe did development, East Asia did the development, but we miss those things,
Mm.
right? I also say this AI is like bullet train in the sense, like, it travels 400 or 500 miles in an hour, right? The bullet train. So we have to catch that speed of bullet train over here. So all the problems, all the challenges, all the problems can be solved in our country through the AI. All the challenges can be addressed in our country through the AI. I'll give you an example. We call this poverty alleviation. Poverty alleviation also can be managed, can be addressed by the artificial intelligence, right? And also, like the smart farming. Our country, we have the big problem because the land is not expanding, but the population is expanding, right? So we are spending, and we are using more and more fertile land to construct our building. So we have very limited land. Okay, so we have this one challenge to increase the production rate. Okay, in the limited land. So there we can use the technology, and that technology, specific artificial intelligence, will be more appropriate. So all the problems that we have, because if I keep on saying all the challenges, it will take a lot of time.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you that all the challenges can be addressed, all the problems can be solved, and we can develop our country through the artificial intelligence. But we should not miss that. We should not
Yeah.
miss the potential of artificial intelligence.
Okay, so the next question is something that I'm like really curious about. So, what's like a very general misconception that people have about AI?
Yes, there are so many misconceptions.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is, people, they think they have understood, but they have not understood it. Right? So, like, artificial intelligence does not. The first thing is, people, if you go and talk here, they say, no, this is not our cup of tea. This is, see, you are talking about, because that message that I received, whenever I go, wherever I go and talk about artificial intelligence, they say, no, no, Dr. Manish, this is artificial intelligence only for the America, only for the Europe, only for the Japan, not for us. So that is a misconception. So it does not, like, discriminate whether you belong from the developed country or the least developed country or developing country. So AI is gifted. AI is gift for all of us. And that we have to understand. There is no need. And also the thing is, people, they have the misconcept in saying that we need a huge volume of money or huge amount of dollar to establish the AI research lab here in Nepal.
Yeah.
So that we don't do. And let me tell you one more thing here, because we have realized AI can only solve a problem. So at our university, Kathmandu University, we have launched bachelor and master in artificial intelligence, first time in Nepal, and the fourth times in the entire world, right? So because we have realized, so our students should be equipped from the artificial intelligence because it has the future.
Yeah. So, okay, toys that like children play with, they don't normally last long. But do you think robots made using artificial intelligence will last longer? And in Nepal, we use a very traditional way of doing household chores. So, do you think they can be helpful to finish our tasks and stuff like that?
Yes, so yeah, now I have heard, I have not seen, but I have heard this AI enabled toys, right? So that is the multifunction. One is like the kids or the children, they can enjoy using the toys. At the same time, the toy also, that toy will understand whether the kid is, whether the children or they are enjoying using that toy or not. So they have some sensor, and even like, sometimes what happens, like suppose one kid is playing some toy, and if there's some accident happens, suppose that, so that sensor may give the information to the parents saying that your kid is lying down on the floor or something happened over there. So this is this, I think I have heard, I have not seen that part, but I have heard this already in the market.
Okay, we have all seen movies like Terminator, Robot, and Robot 2.0,
Right.
where robots using artificial intelligence take over human beings and destroy our world. Now, in the coming future, is it possible that something like this will happen?
No, this should not happen. Why this should not happen? But there's a challenge.
Yeah.
There's everything. Everything has a two side of the coin, bad and good.
Yeah.
Right. So artificial intelligence also has a good side, but if we do not use artificial intelligence in a proper way, definitely it has a bad side as well.
Yeah.
I always say artificial intelligence is like a knife. If you are smart enough in using the knife, you can cut the vegetable, you can cut the fruits. But if you not paying much attention, you may cut your finger.
Yeah.
So you cannot blame the knife that knife cuts your finger, so that is not the good, right? So we have to be smart enough to use. So that is the thing, and so we have to be, why, as I have just said, why we have to go for the artificial intelligence in our country is, if we do not move towards artificial intelligence, if we do not train our kids in the artificial intelligence, what will happen after some time? Will be dominated, will be governed by someone else, right? So we have to be smart enough to use artificial intelligence right from today, right? Then we cannot. It cannot happen. But if we do not pay attention to artificial intelligence, or if we say that it is not cup of our tea, maybe someone will, because your likes or dislikes will be determined by someone else.
Yeah.
Right. So that is the challenges, and so for that we have to be smart enough.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. That question was the last one we had for today. It was a pleasure to have you
Thank
here
you. Thank
at
you
our
very
school
much.
today. And thank you so much for your precious time and worthy information.
Thank you.
And all the best for your future endeavors at AI for the good future of Nepal. I'm sure everyone is enlightened about
Yes,
AI
thank you.
today. Is there a few things that you'd like to share?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ms. Adina, Aryal. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate the way you put the question. It's a very relevant question, and that has to be answered, that has to be thought, that has to be discussed, right? And I was expecting, and I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful to you, because you are the school student, right?
Yeah.
And the quality of the student that you put is like more than a university student. So it shows that Rajarshi Gurukul has a very good environment, very good ambience to train like you. So I wish you a very good luck, and also I wish a very good luck for the Rajarshi Gurukul. Thank you very much.
That's all for today. Keep tuning in to RJ Podcast Young Minds.